let's play a game here. What does the NBA look like if KD stays in Golden State? Because if you think about it,
They've won 2 of the last 3.
okay, that's the easy answer. Let's forget what the Warriors look like.
3 in a row still, even
No,
with
no,
Clay out for 2 years.
Forget what the Warriors look like, okay? Think about what the other teams look like, what the other players are doing, because teams will be loading the deck again. Because the way the league is right now,
Philly
it's getting
and the
back.
Nets will be totally different.
It's getting back to 2000s
Will be
NBA.
a little different. The Lakers would probably be different.
Brad Beal wouldn't be in Washington.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Who's to say LeBron goes to the Lakers?
He might go to the Clippers.
Or maybe he goes to New York and they clear the deck just like they were trying to do for Kyrie and KD. Maybe he goes to New York because the thing is look at it that way. I look at it just from the perspective of would he have really wanted to know that he has to go through Steph and KD every fucking year in the I don't think that he would have did that.
He would stay in the East.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm saying I'm like, or maybe he goes to Brooklyn.
Or back to Miami.
Or back to Miami. There's like so many different scenarios. The league definitely has got a totally different complexion. Jokic might not be an MVP.
Don't piss me off.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
I don't even like talking about it.
Draft picks change a little bit. Like, for instance, because the Kyrie trade probably. Well, I guess the Kyrie trade still.
Kyrie,
Boston.
Maybe Kyrie stays in Boston.
Possibly, and I'm looking at, or who knows? Like, who knows? Because like I just kind of look at it like, okay, like Colin might not be a Cavalier.
No,
maybe LeBron stays in Cleveland, but somebody comes and joins him. Somebody does come to Cleveland and play with LeBron. LeBron stays there. Like, you could go so many different ways. Does Kawhi Leonard? Because we're talking about basically post that series. Does Kawhi? Because KD left the same summer.
Yep.
Does Kawhi
leave Toronto?
Maybe does Kevin Durant? I mean, now we're saying he would stay in Golden State.
Where does Kyrie go?
I don't know. Toronto's open though. They just won a title and Kawhi Leonard's leaving.
I think Kawhi still leaves Toronto.
Go to Toronto?
I think Kawhi still leaves Toronto, but maybe he goes to LA. Lakers instead of Clippers. Depending on what LeBron does, because we don't think LeBron's going to go west. And I think Kawhi was more interested in getting back to San Diego
right,
than anything else. He's like, I got my 2 rings, my 2 finals MVPs. I'm good. Ha, 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 ha.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, I got a quick question for you then.
Okay.
Where do you rank this Warriors dynasty?
Give me years. Because if you get to give me the KD years.
From the 80s on up.
If you give me the KD years, I think the teams with KD have the potential to beat any team. I think they'd struggle with the Showtime Lakers because of Kareem, the early 80s Showtime Lakers. Not
struggle with that Celtics team too. I mean, I know athletically they probably kill them, but I'm just saying when you really
still got Parrish and McHale,
Dennis Johnson, bro, like that team.
I'm not worried about the guard play. I think the Warriors. The Warriors didn't have post defense, right? In their best year, they had JaVale McGee, and what Shaq and the 0-1 Lakers would do to JaVale McGee is disgusting. But 3 points are more than 2. I think the Michael Jordan teams is a great matchup for them. I think that's a great matchup for them. I think it falls right into what they. Oh, you got wing scores. We got Clay, a healthy Iggy. KD who can guard wings. Like
that is the mismatch on the floor though, because Pippen's guarding KD and
Pippen's getting cooked.
Jordan's probably maybe they do put Jordan on Curry and then Clay getting Ron Harper. Yeah,
so here's the thing. For one, Steve Kerr said that his Warriors team would beat the Bulls because he was on those teams 96 through 98. But also, if you put Jordan on Curry,
Jordan's 6'6".
Huh?
He's a 6'6" point guard.
Harper, yeah, I know, because Harper's he's a big guy. But think about this: if you put Jordan on, if you're smart, you got to put Jordan on Curry, you got to put Pippen on Curry, you got to put Harper on Curry, you got to switch it up. But they're gonna be running so much and getting hit by so many screens, their offensive game is gonna fall off.
Maybe even I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe Pippen doesn't even guard Durant, even though you would think he's your best perimeter. Maybe Rodman is the one. I know you're taking him out of the.
Hey, remember though,
because Luke Longley can stay on.
Draymond could score still back then. He
was a threat to give you 13 to 16 points a game.
And remember, in 2016, Game 6, he had 32.
Yeah,
and was hitting threes. So
I tell you, just because we were doing the rankings there,
I can't. I can't rank them because styles make fights. If you give me a bracket,
the Spurs could definitely give them a run.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know who the fuck's guarding KD because I guess Bruce Bowen, maybe. I don't know because I'm not putting Timmy on him. I'm sure that Timmy would take the task if asked.
But who's guarding Timmy?
Guess Draymond is who you're going to try and put on him.
Who's guarding
Andrew Bogut? Was Andrew Bogut on the KD teams?
No.
They weren't really running.
No, he was on. He played with LeBron that first year. Remember with Darren Williams?
No, I know. I'm saying, but okay. So yeah,
Bogut was on that team too. He got hurt.
You got Sean Livingston, right? He was on the KD teams.
Yeah,
Sean Livingston. He's backup point. God. It's so crazy how he crafted out his career.
I mean, yeah, because he went from
breaking his leg. Everybody knew him for that horrific Clippers.
I mean, I was going before that. He was the one who was going to be yada mean.
Well, he's a 6'9", 6'10" point guard
who had bounce.
Yeah, he could play. I mean, he never got to live up to it, but he definitely salvaged his career in Golden State. Like, he was great. In that backup role, Leandro Barbosa. Nigga, we talking about a Phoenix Suns legend in Barbosa. He's sixth man of the year. Man, who else did the Warriors have on those teams? They had a good Iggy.
Who?
They still good Iggy.
Yes.
Like Iggy that could give you 20 points on any given night.
You want to know what team I think would not do well in this? And we're talking about these dynasty conversations.
I feel like I know what you're going to say, but go ahead.
The Heatles.
Too old.
And D-Wade wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I was about to say D-Wade was really good the first year with LeBron, and then the second year was kind of when the injuries kind of took, and then the third year, even when they won the back-to-back, you could tell that he was not who he was. Just like even now with the Warriors, Klay is still good, but we know he's not who he was anymore. He isn't.
Cooked.
He isn't. And he'll still be a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
All three of those guys are Hall of Famers. Steve Kerr's a Hall of Famer.